where's that old Rust Revival guy been for the last 3 weeks? Well, I can tell you, he has not had time to shave, nor has he had time to get a haircut. He's worked a full-time job, and he's helped take a project from this to this. Hey y'all, how about a little update on phase 2 of the Barndominium project? Speaking of Barndominium project, it's high time we quit calling it a Barndominium. That just sounds so, what am I looking for, Lori?
Generic?
Generic, yeah. So we figured over time that the Barndo project would name itself, and from this point forward, it's no longer going to be a Barndo or Barndominium. We have a name, and she has named herself. Okay, Lori, I'm gonna hand this to you. You get ready to present. Okay, so I guess the long word when we started out, we were thinking about the setting, where it was, and you know, we had a beautiful wedding here, and kicked it off with a beautiful celebration and worship service out here in the pasture, and it started to ring. The name started to ring. So here we go. Dios, which means God, and this is the long name, okay, and we've shortened it up a little bit, but Dios Bellaterra, which means God's beautiful land. So in short, we'll probably call it Bella or Bellaterra. So let's spin, Lori. Yeah, you got it. Bellaterra.
We'll put this somewhere once the house is all put together.
Yes, absolutely. So we're going to take a little spin, and this is the reason, y'all. God's beautiful land. I wish my ugly face weren't in it. That's a problem. Anyway. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So, God's beautiful land. All right, so phase 2. It's a little messy right now. Laura and I have been putting siding on the front porch this morning, and we dug ruts out here in the yard, trying to get the lift up there. But I'm gonna clean up a little bit, and then I'm gonna show you more about what's inside. But I wanted to, while Lori was here, she's got to go help with Disciple Now, or Surge Weekend rather, and I wanted her to be here for the name. So Lori, there we go. Bellaterra.
Bellaterra.
All right, so phase 2 consisted of primarily getting the whole thing blacked in. And we actually got a lot more done than just getting it blacked in. So here's a good shot of the outside, and we got the 2 porches done. That took a lot to put that second porch on there and cut back into the roof and frame the porch up itself. This porch was a challenge within itself, because those are 10 by 10 cypress beams that actually grew up just right down there below that hill on a pond. So every day I'll be able to walk out and look at those cypress posts and know that they came from right here on this farm. Now look, I got a lot of cleaning up to do, and it's just one of those situations where you're gonna get what you get and you don't throw a fit, okay? I was gonna clean up a lot better for you, but I'm running out of daylight. So today, what Lori and I have been doing, I would say more Lori than I mean, she got in there and got after it. We've been putting hardy plank siding under the porches. We decided that we wanted to do that hardy plank under the porches just to keep it from looking like an old tin building, you know, to give it a little more warmth and make it feel a little more homey, so to speak. So yeah, that was an all-day job, Basically started from about right here and went all the way up. And I'm telling you, that Lori Smith, she cut some very good miter cuts on all of that. And of course, this is going to be trimmed out with wood from the farm later on. But now we just got this wall finished up. But y'all look at those majestic cypress posts. Isn't that awesome? I mean, it's hard for money to buy that right there. And that's a 26-foot long span right there. And got it post going to the concrete and have a thicker concrete slab underneath these posts right here. And of course, tied back into the house. Now you may wonder, what are all the Jeeps doing out here? Well, it took 2 Jeeps today to get that scissor lift to the front porch for us to be able to work. We made ruts in the pasture all the way around to here. And, but it did it. But it took 2 Jeeps to do it. Okay, beautiful mahogany front doors. I've sanded them, hadn't finished them yet, but that's one of the next things on the slate to do, as well as caulking everything up. So come on inside. Oh, wait, I tell you what, let's walk to the other porch. Oh, excuse me a second. My lift gets lonely, and I have to cut it off. Okay, there we go. It just gets lonely, and I just want somebody to be near it. Speaking of somebody being near, old Kip, he's been ostracized a little bit today because he chased a skunk about 2 nights ago, and he smells like a skunk. You do, you do. You smell terrible, Bubs. I don't know why I'm even petting you. You smell like you've been smoking weed or something. Anywho, okay, this is a side porch, and what this is going to be is a cooking porch. There's actually a door that I just had them run tin over right now. There'll be a storage room for cooking utensils, grills, there'll be a sink, got a drain for a sink right over here. And this is going to be special. And there's a reason why there's not tin on this yet, is because right on the inside, we'll take a tour of the inside a little bit better later. There's going to be a fireplace. A fireplace on the inside, and out here will be a 45-degree fireplace in this corner that ties into the same flue as the one on the inside, so that a fella can get to cooking on Dutch ovens out here on a fireplace outside on the porch. Doesn't that sound fun? Okay, around here to the side, we have what's called Lori's front door. The other one is my front door. This is Lori's front porch. And we have also done hardy plank siding on that. We're not exactly through with the trim and all around the door, but you get a good idea. These are 8x8 cypress posts on this little bit smaller porch out here. And I was running so desperate on the trees that I had to cut that we had to get a little bark in there, but that's okay. I like that rusted look, and Lori likes it too. And that's really all that matters. She'll probably want you to see her front door, so let's close that up. There we go. Beautiful front door, and this is actually the color that we're experimenting with. It hadn't completely dried, it's still a little wet, to put on the porches. That's our first color, and you know how it is. You have to go through about 5 samples before you find the right one. But that's the one that AI said would blend the gray tin with the dark woods and the white all together. So I don't know. I don't know if we're extremely happy with that or not. Well, worked late into the night last night building shutters. And these shutters are built from the cypress that was left over from cutting those posts. So how pretty is that? Be very, very weather resistant. And I've got more shutters made inside, but I've got to do a lot of work around these windows to be able to fasten these shutters through the tin. So that's another day's project, but we just wanted to put one up to see how it was going to look. Okay, let's go inside. Let's go back through the front door. Lori's front door, my front door. This is her front and my front. So we had to have two fronts. We couldn't agree on which was the front of the Bella. So we got two fronts. We just agreed on that. Okay, welcome inside. Okay, well, so like I told you, we got more than just getting it blacked in. We got a lot of interior walls studded up and framed up, rather. So this is the living room. That's the door to the side to the outdoor kitchen. There's the ceiling, y'all. That's 30 feet, 32 feet to be exact. That's a whole lot of ceiling right there. And we'll talk more about how we're going to separate the living area from the shop in a minute. All right, now that you can visually see some things, bedroom, okay? We're gonna have a vaulted ceiling in there. Picture window there, looking out at the beautiful sunset. And look, I might leave my Jeep parked right there. I could lay in my bed and look at the Jeep. That's a good idea. Okay, in here, Lori has always said that if we ever build our own house, we're going to have a closet that the both of us can go into and turn around. So this is going to be our closet. Probably going to trim this out with cedar or something like that. Okay, back in here, bathroom, the El Toilette, bathtub in front of the frosted window. Nobody wants to see me naked, that's for sure. Keep traveling this way. There will be a pretty sizable shower right here. And I ain't even decided if we're going to put a door on it. We might just put the water in there and let it go where it wants to go. That's the beauty of a Barndominium, so to speak. All right, right through here. Water closet, water heater, washer dryer, door to the shop. And this will be a place for storage for who knows what, work clothes, whatever else. Let's continue through the living area. This is a door with a little tiny hallway that leads back into the living room. And if you step a couple of steps, right here is going to be a half bath for guests when they come over to visit. Okay, back in the living room area. Look at that massive wall. Oh my, it's going to be a lot to have to clean up and decorate. So, all right, let's talk about this before we move on. This little area is going to be the staircase that's going to go up to the second floor that will be lofted over the top of the kitchen and part of the shop area. And this wall is not going to be all the way there. We're going to actually cut this wall down to make the staircase a little more visible. But kitchen, door out to the shop, 42-inch door, by the way. So I can drive that lift in here and change light bulbs in the future. That's going to be necessary. Plumbing for the island. And off the kitchen is going to be a butler's pantry. That's what this is. Pretty good sizable pantry, butler's pantry, with a sink in the floors. Have a coffee nook right here or something where you can leave all the coffee stuff out here and it won't be necessarily visible in the kitchen. And she's planning on putting countertops in here to put a lot of her utensils here so they won't be scattered out and cluttered all in the kitchen area. You know, mixer and stuff like that. Okay. Back this way, this is Lori's front door. Coat closet. It's going to be a pretty good size coat closet for things. Next door is going to be the tornado shelter. That's what these rebar are coming out of the concrete, and that is dug 4 feet thick, 4 feet down in the ground. And that's going to have a block with concrete filled in it and tied into that rebar right there. This is the little storage room I told you is going to be coming from the outside. I just have it walled up for now. We'll finish that out later. Okay, back behind me is an office. Just an office space, and if we had to, could be a bedroom in the future. I didn't originally have this door cut in, but this leads into my bathroom that's in the shop. It goes out to the shop area. And we thought if this ever did need to turn into a bedroom, they would have access to a bathroom right here. So I already have my medicine cabinet. Don't you like it? Bosh. El toilette. There will be a urinal right there. Every fella's got to have a urinal in his shop. Drain in the floor for whatever falls out. And sink, all that over here. Shower right here. So if I get into a real binding mess out in the shop, I don't have far to go. All right, stepping right outside, and this is going to be a storage room for camping stuff, camping, coolers, all of that stuff that Lori doesn't necessarily like in the house right now. The sleeping bags, the Dutch ovens. The Dutch ovens are probably going to be in that storage room, but you know, all the tents and stuff like that we trip over in the house. Okay, that was the living area. It's a simple living area, nothing too terribly extravagant. The second floor is going to come out to this post and go all the way to that post in there. So I've got to get floor trusses made, and that's why I don't have any of this framed up yet. I do have this framed up, this separating wall, but I don't have this in because I've got to order those floor trusses. So very quickly, let's walk through the layout of the shop. Again, this is the laundry room that we just walked through. There's the door leading into that. This area, you see how that door is a little bit smaller than that one? That one is for the golf cart to come in, or the side-by-side, and it'll have its own door that'll raise up and down. So we can bring it in if it's raining and get out, you know. This is going to be Lori's garage door right here, where she can pull in or back in if she has groceries. She'll be able to back in. And the kitchen is right here. She'll be able to back all the way up to the kitchen door, basically. But we're also thinking about putting a little miniature garage door in here that we can let up when it's time to put groceries just right on the countertop. So try to design this thing very efficiently where, you know, it's kind of fun living most of your life and seeing all the hardships you've always had in other houses and make it real easy in the one you're building. Okay, this area is going to have a car lift, a two-post car lift. And that's 14 to 16 feet of ceiling right there. So there's going to be plenty of room for a car lift. As the guy is getting older, he's having a hard time rolling around under vehicles to change oil and do brakes and all that kind of stuff. So this is going to help in his retirement home. So yes, this section is going to be car maintenance, working on cars. I might even close this section in to include a wall for toolboxes, diagnostic equipment, all of that kind of stuff. This is wood for shutters. I have a processing station where I've been processing shutters. You know, the beauty of this whole project is that I actually have a shop to be able to do stuff in. Build the living area, cut the wood, store the wood. This is turning out to be a great thing for this whole project. Over here, this room is going to be a wet room from here to there. I've already got my 3-compartment sink in here. There is a drain in the floor. It hasn't been uncovered yet. And it all kind of slopes down a little bit to this drain. So in the future, if I need to hang a deer or clean vegetables, wash a dog, I could do it right there in the middle of the floor. Pull a car in here and wash it. Have hot water, cold water, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm probably going to seal off from that post to that post and seal the walls to where this could potentially be a wet area. How do you like my garage door opener? So you basically just have tarps over the holes in the windows now. This is a 16 by 12 foot tall. Let me get out here where you can see. I wanted to be able to pull my camper in there and work on it, my RV, if I wanted to. That is quite a sizable hole right there. Yeah, so I can pull an RV in there. I can pull my tractors in there. Whatever I need to work on, there we go. So this side, probably going to have a Jeep station, okay? Guy loves a Jeep. It's already kind of been designated in this area, as you can see. I've already started decorating. Went to Tractor Supply the other day, and what do you know? That there was an advertisement from the exact year model of Jeep that I have sitting in the front yard, 1973. Isn't that something? So sorry, I didn't give you a fair look at what Jeep Corner was going to look like a little bit earlier because my bad boys were parked outside. So got them stuffed in the corner. I figure from this window over, we're just going to have a big old Jeep theme right there. And we'll start with those two. Who knows, the family might need to grow. Kip, by the way, Kip has moved residence. He no longer lives at my camper. He no longer lives at my parents' house down that way. This is his new doghouse. This is where he lives. He has already taken up residence here because the last couple of times I have come, he has come out of this house to meet and greet me. So, Kip, you got a nice doghouse. Are you tired? You know where he sleeps? He sleeps in the passenger side of that Jeep right there because he just really is looking forward to go riding any opportunity he can get. And yes, I didn't mention earlier, gonna have a basketball court. Got a gymnasium ceiling, why not? Let's play basketball. Seeing if the old guy still got it. Shooting hoops in his new shop. We got room. Probably a Mustang section, because Guy has some Mustangs, okay? Ford Mustangs. And then probably a tractor section. That might be what this is. Little small tractors that belong to my granddaddy and that I've restored over the years. Tristan's tractor, you know, that sort of thing. And then another bay for whatever surprise might come up in the future. Who knows? Who knows? But as far as my regular truck that I drive every day and maybe my Highlander, they will fit in here very easily through that back door. Okay, this is getting a little long. I didn't intend for it to be that way, but there's an update on phase 2. So at this point, we're gonna kind of sort of let the dust settle for a little bit and recover some money. I mean, it's, oops, I was gonna cut the front lights on so we can see better. Yep, gotta settle the dust and work on the old bank account a little bit and, you know, get this second floor started. So the next phase is to get this second floor in and get it completely enclosed so that we can actually live there while we finish the rest out. And that's going to be a fully functional second floor. So it'll have a little mini kitchenette in it, bathroom, bed, just like you walk into a, say, a hotel or motel, you know, that kind of style. So let's walk back out the front door and bid Bella Terra well. It's been a lot of work, but it's pretty amazing that all of this got done in 3 weeks, basically 3 weeks. I got to give a shout out to Michael, aka Buddy Edmonds, with Big E Fabrication, Trusses Construction. He and his crew have done well helping me get this Barndo project, Bella, excuse me, all blacked in. Done a fantastic job. So there we go, y'all. Bella Terra, phase 2. We'll call it done. We're going to stick a fork in it. And all I'm going to do is just little stuff like shutters and caulking and fixing stuff up on the outside while we save money to finish up in there. Hey, God bless you. I hope you enjoyed the video. And look, if you want to send donations our way, we're open to that. I was joking. I wasn't. Anyway, hey, thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for the kind words as I see y'all out in public, and the encouragement, because guy needs encouragement to finish a project this big. So, retirement home, Bella Terra. Thank you. Y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.